Anime games are always interesting to play because the developer always puts so much effort into this RPG and MMORPG genre. Once this video reaches you, then you should be grateful for getting an update of the game, because this channel will keep you updated in so many games genre, so make sure you stay on us by subscribing and like this video. Top 10 new anime games Android MMORPG RPG you can play now for free. Bleach Soul Resonance. First of all, I would give a huge appreciation to the developer for making a great new anime ARPG that looks so good, but it's perfectly optimized on the mobile platform. Even I didn't even find any single laggy or problem while I play it on the highest setting. It's truly an amazing experience to have a mobile game with a PC quality graphic. Surprisingly, it has a rich features and action we should learn. There is one vital action we can do like an ultimate skill that needs some energy that can be obtained through attacking the monster and collecting yellow balls to grant a specific amount of energy. We can do a counter attack and do some following action to deal an extra damage, but always try to do a perfect dodge and weaken the enemy after. Overall, it will have the exact storyline as the actual anime. It's because the game was made by the official games developer. No wonder the music, the character design, the storyline, and how the voiceover is 100% represent the anime. Nice work, dev. Absolutely best new anime RPG game 2026. Star Savior. I know what you are thinking for the first time you are seeing this game. It just looks similar within Honkai Star Rail. From the visualization, the combat, and how the character design is quite identical between these games. But there is one thing that made it have a huge differences. It's about the main gameplay, where the Honkai Star Rail has an open world base, but this Star Savior has a dungeon base. So if you're a casual player, surely a Star Savior would be a good for you to play as your main daily game. The game's mechanism is a turn-based system. I'm sure you will understand the mechanism so easily, even you can tap the auto action and let your character decide the attacking action. The skill visualization is the best part of it. It has a great camera angle that will perfectly show us how magnificent the skill showcases is. At the beginning, we will start with SSR Hero as our main female hero, best anime Android game and iOS. Duet Night Abyss, one of the most beautiful anime games on mobile that I really want to play, but after I played the game in beta, I found so many issues that I'm sure the developers should be able to optimize it way better. Especially the frame rate drop is quite annoying and my phone hits so fast. Even I used to play it with a Snapdragon Elite level, which is the highest spec phone right now. The game's combat mechanism is super interesting because we can make a combination with so many action while in the combat. Jump, dash, and attack can be a good synergy then. You know, you can always make an adjustment of your playstyle by using a long-range combat or close-range combat. It's because switching the weapon can be done anytime with your sword or your gun. There are so many positive things actually we can experience from the music. Is pretty relaxing and sometimes it will bring you back into a nostalgia memory. This is one of the best single adventure role-playing games, but I hope the developer will update the game then to optimize the issue that I have mentioned earlier. Jigokuraku Paradise Battle. Do any of you ever know about this anime? Luckily, I found this on mobile games, so it's just a great idea to let the people know about how the anime movie through a game, because this way will reach a wider audience then. The game's combat mechanism are quite unique. Even the camera perspective will come from a different angle, which is from behind and the first-person perspective point of view. But once you unleash the ultimate skill, then you can see the character in the anime visual with a great skill effect. This is a turn-based game with an auto features that will help you a lot to clear all of the combat. At the beginning, we'll have a chance to keep rolling the gacha or summon multiple times until you get your own desired hero. With a guarantee of SSR Hero, it will give you a good experience in the earlier game, which is the developer tried to create a no pay-to-win concept by giving a high-quality hero and free reload at the beginning. Overfield. This game is the cutest anime game that I have ever seen. Look at the character with a beautiful and chibi design. It totally interests me so much. It has a 3D anime art style where the player can enjoy a realistic ambience. The atmosphere and the panorama, it looks so cinematic. Just look at how the tree, the water reflection, and the shadow that seems so unreal. No wonder the number of the player active is pretty massive. The game's combat mechanism is a hack and slash game, but we can explore the area and find out a certain treasure chest to obtain the rewards. The enemy will respawn in a random area, so we need to come closer to start the battle. Most of the quests can be done with our support allies. It's a good one to make a team work because our partner will do an auto action and lock the nearest target. Overfield is the best new anime MMORPG games for Android and iOS in 2026. Stella Sora. If you love to play a top-down view perspective game or a bird view angle base, surely you should play this game. Even if we don't have any chance to switch the camera angle, but surely it's the best way to see the entire area from this visual, because most of the enemy will come aggressively with so many numbers, so we can anticipate any forces. The game will have an auto battle features for attacking, but it's not pretty effective because the ultimate skill should be tapped manually. And we should get into the next area by manual play. Overall, it has a smooth gameplay even though I didn't find anything laggy. I'm sure a mid and pawn can even handle it in the highest graphics setting. The combat mechanism is we need to place 2 more heroes on our side. They will help us in battle. We just need to tap the skill once it is ready. It has a great storyline and some dialogue will consistently show up along the journey. Anime City. This game is really good as a new school simulator game. The game has a pretty solid visual and art style with a great attention to detail. So we'll start with an option to play at a different difficulty level from an easy level, medium and also hard. It will determine your gameplay difficulty so you can play it casual or hardcore. Since we started the game, the main quest is pretty clear. It's about the school life of a young girl or a boy. Everything will be run by a sequence starting from the morning until the afternoon. A lot of activity can be done like going to the store, buying some items, exercising, and playing a mini game. The most interesting part is we need to raise up the social thoughts by making a dialogue with the other NPC. The best open world anime game RPG for mobile. Unveil the World. Finally, I put on a portrait game anime on this list. That looks so amazing. Even though I know most of the players prefer to play a landscape game rather than a vertical perspective, but this game is really worth playing now. This game is made by NetEase Company, which is a developer who has a high-quality games product. No wonder the game will represent such a great animation skill, visual and gameplay is pretty attractive. This is a turn-based game system, but the player need to be concerned about combining a certain card skill to increase the stars level. The higher your star level, that means the damage dealing number will be higher. My question is, do you guys prefer to play a vertical or horizontal perspective? Blue Protocol Star Resonance. This game you only can access through a certain country, but I would like to give you an opportunity to see the game in the highest setting, which is the ultra graphic setting. Surely it is quite lower if I compare within the PC or the mobile version, but the main gameplay is absolutely the same because we can play the game within the same account of those platforms, which I mean a cross-platform MMORPG. I really hope the developer will give me an update to optimize the game even smoother because I have faced a few frame drops, but I can still enjoy the whole gameplay. So this is a new brand MMORPG with an anime art style. The game will let the player explore a beautiful world of a green area that has a different weather and variety of ambience of morning, day and even night. It will give you a little touch of a realistic concept. The combat itself looks pretty fast and dynamic. We should try to manage the combat level, especially to evade any heavy damage manually. Do a raid boss with your friend and kill the huge world boss to get a rare goods. Blue Protocol Star Resonance need to be released on global server right now. Crystal of Atlan. It's impossible for me not to put this game on this list. It's because this game is one of the most played action RPG on mobile. Through this video, I'm sure you will have a great impression on how many players are active, especially when you reach the plaza and you are able to find the other player. If you really love to play a fast-paced combat action with a hack and slash concept, surely you will love it 100%. The movement set, the combat action is really on point to represent a high level battle. Even you can grapple the enemy while in the air and keep hitting him before landing to the ground. But before you download this game, make sure you know how many sizes it has. It's about 10 GB plus. Bonus, Chaos Zero Nightmare. What a perfect game gacha that I would recommend it to anyone. I still have a huge conviction if the players number will keep increasing day by day, and it will reach more than 10 million players at the end. The main gameplay has a dark fantasy vibes, which is pretty unique and difficult to find this kind of concept nowadays. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks.